Hello guys and welcome back again. So first of all, credit is due. Let's go to Diana and Phil on their channel. So here you have a pretty
Guten Morgen.
there we go. Here you have a pretty neat overview. Last video I watched the video of Diana and Phil, and that was actually where do we have it? Let's go to videos and don't do this in Germany. So we took a look at this, and while shooting the video I realized rather that Phil actually is a German, or in the beginning of the video he said so. So first off, to the last video, credit where credit is due. So go ahead and visit their channel if you don't already know them, and leave a like on the video or subscribe. So today we're gonna watch something different. All right, so things I love about the German language as a British person. That actually sounds funny. But let's go with this. 5 things you should not say to Germans. Okay, first of all, let's not forget this. This is a video by Wanted Adventures. So yeah, check them out. Check her out. Called 5 things you don't say to Germans. Link is, like in the last video, in the video description, so check them out. And we're gonna pop right in.
Unless you're trying to annoy them. And why would you want to do that? You wouldn't, of course. So here they are. What not to say to Germans.
Let's see what you got. I'm interested.
Hey everyone, I'm Donna and you're watching Wanted Adventure Living Abroad. Lederhosen. Anything like, where's your Lederhosen? Or, all Germans wear Lederhosen, don't they? Or, Lederhosen, it's the national outfit of Germany, right? Is off limits. As I explained in this video, yes, some Germans do wear Lederhosen and Dirndls, especially in the state of Bavaria, but definitely not all Germans. And people who live in other areas of Germany sometimes find it really annoying when visitors or people who have never been to Germany just think that all Germans everywhere wear these outfits.
True, but okay, that comes somewhat from most Germans. We have a slightly different relationship with Bavaria. So where I'm living, like, we tend to even say that Bavaria is not even part of Germany, like not for real, but more as a joke. But it's really different than the most parts of Germany actually are. So you would find Germans around Germany wear Lederhosen and their normal Oktoberfest Tracht, sorry. But that is because since the Oktoberfest is the biggest German folks festival, like I think that's what you would say. It is spread over the whole country, so regions everywhere host their own little sub-Oktoberfest and party out and drink and wear their Lederhosen or Trachten and their Dirndls. But that's just like 1 or 2 weeks in a year, and then some people tend to do that and like that, others don't. We have a mixed relationship with Bavaria. So that is as if I were to assume that every American is a cowboy or walks around with like a fucking cowboy hat or whatnot. So not true. Or true to say from her, but not true that Germans don't always wear Lederhosen or even have them in the first place.
Light beer. If you're at a bar in Germany and you're looking for a drink with a little less...
We don't have light beer at all. You can get mixed beer, like Radler, for example. That would be Fanta with beer or Cola with beer. Depending on where you are in Germany, they're called differently. So that is a thing, and of course we got like V+, which is like V+ Kuruba with beer with tequila taste and stuff like that. So there are mixed beers or beverages, but we don't really have a light beer. We have dark beer and stronger beer, but I think the lightest you'll get with a mixed beer even is probably around 2% or promille, and normal beer has like 3 to 4 to 5 even.
Calories in it, asking for a...
Oh, calories. Okay, never mind. I was thinking about alcohol.
Light beer, or asking which of the German beers are light, is going to get you one of two responses. Either the bartender will hand you a Helles, which is a pale lager beer and not at all particularly light in calories, but Helles literally translates into light. Or the bartender will know what you mean and just give you a little sneer or roll their eyes at you. I've seen it happen. Germans are disgusted by Americans watering down their beer for...
That is, even I don't drink beer, that's a no-go. You wouldn't water down your beer. That's the same as drinking with whiskey on the rocks. You don't do that. Please, people, stop doing that shit. If you got like Jim Beam or Jack Daniels, you can mix that shit with everything, but normal good whiskey you don't fucking mix, or you don't put ice cubes in there. Don't do that. It's the same with beer. You don't mix water and beer. That would just ruin the beer, and so don't water down your beer. We don't do that here. No.
Beer for a light version. They have no problem, however, watering down their wine. So, my tip for you.
Yeah, that's actually true. Okay, yeah, I was just surprised. But yeah, I think that's also a thing to not particularly water down your wine, but maybe sparkling water. Like you make a Weinschorle. It's called Weinschorle in German. So that's just water, sparkling water and wine.
So if you want a lighter drink, maybe go for a Weinschorle, red or white, which is wine mixed with sparkling water.
There we have
David Hasselhoff. It's flying on the wings of tenderness. You want me to turn it up?
Why would you do that?
Because it's David Hasselhoff.
David who?
David Hasselhoff. Don't tell me you don't know who David Hasselhoff is. Doesn't everyone in Germany just love David Hasselhoff? No, they don't. Not everyone. He had one song in 1989, Looking for Freedom, that with the fall of the Berlin Wall really resonated with the time and the feeling in Germany. But that's it. The relationship goes no deeper than that. So no, not all Germans love David Hasselhoff, let alone even know who he is.
I actually think that in the younger generation, you will find David Hasselhoff more oftenly associated with SpongeBob than actually with David Hasselhoff himself. So yeah, I think the older generation knows about this, but pretty much everyone knows I've been looking for freedom, but I don't think most of the people know who sung it or wrote it.
Sorry, David. White asparagus. Stefan, I just came from downtown and I'm telling you, they're all over the place. They're everywhere, every fruit and veggie kiosk. There's these vegetables that look like huge... What are you cooking?
Spargel, of course.
As I mentioned in a whole video just dedicated to Spargel, Germans go absolutely bonkers over their white asparagus. You go to bed one night in April and wake up the next morning, poof! The city is
everywhere,
covered
yes.
in these white stalks. Really, every fruit and veggie kiosk.
We even import workers from like Poland and stuff to just pick up the asparagus from the fields. But that shit is tasty, I gotta tell you. Sauce hollandaise, nice. Actually, nice. Also, you can only get them for a certain time in the year, so go grab it while you're there. It tastes good. I think you know white asparagus, but yeah, we go crazy. But that's for a reason. That shit is nice. Next one.
Kiosk, every store. It's incorporated into every meal imaginable at the restaurants.
Okay, I wouldn't say that. So basically, you get white asparagus as a meal itself. It is not on every meal. You normally, since it's not cheap, actually, like white asparagus is not cheap in Germany. So you get like a pound of asparagus with some sides as a whole meal. But that's one meal, and that's not. It is not put on every serving that you get.
Spargel takes over the place. So,
but she's got a point in that it's randomly. Just someday you don't know when the shit's just all over the place.
What should you not say to Germans here? From my experience, pretty much anything bad or making fun of their beloved Spargel. Not because it really upsets them so much, but just more because they don't seem to really get the joke or find it at all amusing. My American friends get it. They're like, yeah, that's the most phallic looking veggie I've ever seen. Forget about the eggplant emoji. Somebody needs to make some code for a Spargel.
Okay, I can see that. Like they got a little tip on the top. They're white and then they're long and thin, and yeah, I can see that. All right. But come on, who cares?
Spargel emoji. But Germans seem to take their Spargel quite.
That is actually. Oh, I'm gonna stick with the asparagus. Sorry.
Seriously. And
don't ruin that for me with phalluses.
And whenever I've poked fun at it, they often just kind of stare back at me and then eventually follow up my comment with something serious and real about how delicious it tastes slathered in butter. Eurovision versus the World Cup. Back in 2010, I was in Germany for my very first Eurovision Song Contest. And one of Mr. German Man's friends was even having a party for it. Now, this was my first time ever hearing about the contest, and at the party, people got dressed up in funny costumes, and there were a lot of people at the party, so it seemed to me like it must be a pretty big deal. I had been to Super Bowl parties in the US that had less enthusiasm, so yeah, I thought this must be something that's important to Germans. And it was a big year because 2010 is when Germany's own Lena won the Eurovision Song Contest singing Satellite. Yay! Congratulations, Germany! Okay.
Who cares? What the fuck? Like, Lena can't even sing English. Like a satellite, I've been roaming all the way around you. Okay, she's gotten better, and that was actually a pretty big thing that year in Germany. But after that, like nobody listens to her anymore. She's gone down under.
So yeah.
So what was she saying? Like a bet?
And there were a lot of people. My first time ever hearing about the contest.
What contest?
And one of Mr. German Man's friends was even having a party. I was in Germany for my very first Eurovision Song Contest. And one of Mr. German Man's friends was even...
they were having a party for the Eurovision Song Contest. All right.
Must be something that's important to Germans.
Okay, yeah, well, it is, yeah. But I think that goes for... I feel like that goes for most European countries. And that's, again, like a generation thing, kind of. I remember when I was young, like, I don't know how old I was actually. I must be like 12 or even younger. I don't know. I was staying at my grandparents' house, and there was a Eurovision Song Contest, and I think, yeah, I'm definitely sure Lordie won. And we called for, I think it's a Norwegian band, Lordie, all the time. They had this masks on, they were playing heavy metal, and it's like, I think the first and ever time a heavy metal band or hard rock band actually won the Eurovision Song Contest with a song called Hard Rock Hallelujah. And that was just dope. It was a great song, and that's what got me to metal. But that was good. And yeah, she's got a point. Eurovision Song Contest is kind of a big thing. And one thing that is really annoying about it is the fucking French, who never even, like, they're like moderators, and there are moderators in every country, like in Switzerland, or Ostrich, in maybe, let's say, Poland, Spain, Germany, France, you name it, and they all speak English. Everyone speaks English except for the French people. They speak French. They're the only ones that don't even try to speak English, and that is annoying.
Hard rock, hallelujah!
And it was a big year because 2010 is when Germany's own Lena won the Eurovision Song Contest singing Satellite. Yay! Congratulations, Germany! Okay, now fast forward a few months later, 2010 was also the year the World Cup took place in South Africa, and Germany made it really, really far.
Oh, yes.
Only to lose right toward the end, so they didn't actually make it to the final game. Well,
Yeah,
after
that
that
was sad.
loss, the next day I had an English class to teach, and my students were all really bummed out because Germany had gotten kicked out of the World Cup. So to try to cheer them up, I said, well, I mean, Germany won the Eurovision Song Contest this year, so it just wouldn't be fair if they also won the World Cup. Like, you can only have one big win per year, let some other country win the World Cup after you already won the Eurovision Song Contest. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not even on the same level here, girl. Not even close. Germany is a fucking football loving country. I'm not a football fan, or soccer fan, but damn, Germany goes crazy about soccer. Always, all the time. Everyone seems to have their favorite club, and well, it's crazy. Germany and football or soccer is crazy. No, that is not even comparable with the Eurovision Song Contest. Not even slightly, not even in the closest. You can't do that. Oh, shame on you, shame on you, shame on you. I think she will tell you that right now. But that is not even on the same planet. No, 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 no. Not even close. I'm sorry. Oh boy, that was not good.
Yeah, apparently those two things are not comparable. So my question for you is, have you ever found yourself saying any of these things in Germany? And Germans, what else do you get annoyed about hearing? Please let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. And also a big thank you so much to our patrons on Patreon who help make these videos possible.
Anything else I can think of I get annoyed by? Well, not sure entirely. Like, everyone I've ever met outside of Germany had a pretty good opinion about Germans. Well, everyone I met personally, and that is maybe just because they had to say it to my face. Yeah. Anyway, that was a fast video. I think that the last one may have been a little bit too big, done maybe a little bit too long. That was like 39 minutes. I've seen that, so I thought I may just do a quick one here and have a little fun. Just watch a short video and react to an American, or I think she was American, right? Yeah, I think she came up with the whole David Hasselhoff thing, so she must have been American. Anyway, so there again, you can see Wanted Adventures. I'm going to visit the channel.
What is one thing?
Leave a like down below for her, not for me. You can also leave a like for me, but only if you want to. But I've pointed it out. This is an American woman in Germany, Wanted Adventure. So there you go. Leave a like, visit her channel if you don't already know her, which I tend to think you guys will know her. Alright, then have fun and have a good one.
The saints are crippled on this sinner's night. Lost are the lambs with no guiding light. Walls tremble like thunder, the rock's about to roll. It's the apocalypse, now may the soul. All we need is lightning with power and might, striking down the prophets and fools. And as the moon is rising, gave us this sign. Now let us rise up in the world.